Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmiranil Herat from English Education Department Class A, UIN Alauddin Makassar. Okay, now I want to explain the material speaking in professional context, and the topic is a skill for transactional speaking. When talking about the skill for transactional speaking, it is essential that we take into account the idea proposed by Richards about the main skill that learners need to possess to enable them take a part in transactional speaking accurately and fluently in English. The skill to explain a need or an intention, to describe something, to ask question, to ask for clarification, to confirm information, to give and justify an opinion, to make suggestion, to clarify understanding, to make compromise, to state agreement and disagreement. Well, between the skill, we must be able to afford or learn in that transactional speech are as follows. Number one, yaitu expressing intention. Grammar focus. An intention is a plan for the future that you have already talked about. The auxiliary verb going to is normally used in talking about our intention. For example, I was going to study for my grammar test, but I had no time. Okay, and the present continuous tense is also used in talking about intention which have already been discussed with someone else. For example, sorry, I can stay after school today. I'm playing tennis with you. Next, skill number two is describing things. When we would like to describe object, we commonly use adjective, words that describe noun, such as the size, color, shape, material made from, thickness, texture, and etc. Normally, people describe things by using simple present tense structure, either be verb, like am is are, or action verb like present verb v1, or present verb plus es. Um, let's take a look at the expression below that can be used when asking for describing of things. Expression used to describe things. Expression in this expression, what does it look like? What does it look like? And the response is, it is big with hairy arms. It is big with hairy arms. And then next expression is, how big is it? How big is it? And then response is, how much? And response is, it is about 5 feet. It is about 5 feet. Then next, number three, ada asking for clarification. Grammar focus. When asking for clarification, people commonly use the modal verb like could you, and then for example, I'm sorry, could you repeat that please? I'm sorry, could you repeat that please? Okay, in order to be able to use the process of asking for clarification appropriately, we need to recognize a variety of ways to indicate that we are asking for clarification, such as the following. Okay, first, formal expressions. Like contohnya tuh seperti I'm sorry, could you repeat that please? I'm sorry, could you repeat that please? And then, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Could you please say that again slowly? And then, example, I'm afraid I'm not quite clear what you mean. And then, I'm sorry, I don't understand what you mean. Okay, and then, second is semi-formal expression. Like, I'm not quite sure I understand what you are saying, or I don't feel clear about the main issue here. Okay, next, three, informal expressions. Like, for example, what do you mean by? What exactly are you trying to say? Okay, and then the skill next is number four, yaitu confirming information. And then the next number is number five is expressing and justifying opinions. Grammar focus. As we would like to express our opinion in English, we may use the following basic phrases, like I think plus a sentence using the present tense, and then I believe plus a sentence using the present tense, and then it seemed to me that plus a sentence using the present tense, and then the last, in my opinion, plus a sentence using the present tense. To justify the opinion we have, we can use the following structure. And then the structure is structure A. Here basic press basic press plus as plus subject verb. Di antaranya seperti because, since, due to the fact. For example, I think the trains are more reliable than buses in my country as the government has invested a lot of money into the system. And then it seemed to me that the trains are more reliable than buses in my country due to the fact that the government has invested a lot of money into the system. Okay, I think that's okay. And then the next number is 6, is making suggestion. We make suggestion when deciding what to do with other people, our friends, or giving them advice on what they might do in a certain situation. Grammar focus. There are number of formulas used when making suggestion in English. Here are some of the most common. The structure. Di sini ada strukturnya. Okay, structure A. Question opener plus subject plus infinitive without to. Okay, contohnya why don't, subjeknya I, and infinitive without to itu adalah go. For example, why don't you go to the movies tonight, and why don't they go skiing on Saturday, and then last, why doesn't she come with me to China. And then the last number is stating agreement and disagreement. Here we want to explain about stating agreement and disagreement. Ada beberapa, yaitu first, asking for an opinion. For example, untuk contoh kalimatnya seperti what's your idea, what are your thoughts on all of this, and how do you feel about that? Do you have anything to say about this? And what do you think? Do you agree? And would you say anything? And then two, stating an opinion. For example, in my opinion, okay, and then the way I see it, if you want my honest opinion, and then according to Lisa. Okay, for number three, interruptions. For example, can I add something here? Or is it okay if I jump in for a second? And then if I might add something. Okay. Next, for expressing agreement. For example, like I agree with you 100%, and like I could agree with you more, and that's so true. That's for sure. Okay, and the last, expressing disagreement. For example, I don't think so. I don't think so. And no way, or I'm afraid I disagree, and then I totally disagree. I beg to differ, and then I say the exact opposite, not necessarily, and then that's not always true. That's not always case, and then no, I'm not so sure about that. Well, that's the matter of speaking in professional context in section 2. I hope the audience can understand what I'm saying. Well, thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.